Welcome back to Wings of Bibles. I'm Dustin, and today will be the first video that I'm covering the AIM, or the Aeronautical Information Manual. I've pretty much finished up the list for the private pilot section in the ASA FAR AIM. If you haven't checked out the video where I explain where I'm getting this list, I have the ASA version of the FAR AIM. And in the beginning of the book has a long list of regulations they recommend that you read to study for your certificate. And right now we've been covering the private pilot and / recreational list. And now we're moving on to the AIM portion of that list. I'm going to try to keep these videos a little bit shorter and just do one part per video, just so I can separate it into the different certificates. So from now on until I finish it, this will only be private pilot, and I'll be able to separate them into a private pilot, instrument, commercial playlist on my YouTube channel. So we'll start off here with the website. This is the website I'm using. You can go to this link here, and I'll put that down in the description. This is directly from the FAA. So up here you have your search bar. You can search a specific topic or a specific chapter, and it'll bring you right towards it, directly towards it. Over here we have a list of topics, so you can use this. Just click down and look at the list here. And then over here we have it separated by chapter. So today we'll be in Chapter 1, Air Navigation. And we'll be in Navigation Aids, Section 1. And we're going to go ahead and skip down to, let's see here, (1-1-4) VOR Receiver Check. So that's what we're going to be reading through today. And we're just going to read over this and we're going to talk about it. Alright. So, paragraph A. The FAA VOR Test Facility, or VOT, transmits a test signal which provides users a convenient means to determine the operational status and accuracy of a VOR receiver while on the ground where a VOT is located. The airborne use of a VOT is permitted, however, its use is strictly limited to those areas / altitudes specifically authorized in the chart supplement or appropriate supplement. So if you're you can use the VOT on the ground, but if you're going to use the VOT in the air, you can only do it in certain areas and certain altitudes that are prescribed in the chart supplement. To use the VOT service, tune in the VOT frequency on your VOR receiver with the course deviation indicator, CDI, centered. The Omni bearing selector should read 0 degrees with the to/from indication showing from, or the Omni bearing selector should read 180 degrees with the to/from indicator showing to. Should the VOR receiver operate an RMI, or radio magnetic indicator, it will indicate 180 degrees on any Omni bearing selector, or OBS setting. Two means of identification are used. One is a series of dots, and the other is a continuous tone. Information concerning an individual test signal can be obtained from the local flight service station, or FSS. Periodic VOR receiver calibration is most important. If a receiver's automatic gain control or modulation circuit deteriorates, it is possible for it to display acceptable accuracy and sensitivity close into the VOR or VOT and display out of tolerance readings when located at greater distances where weaker signal areas exist. The likelihood of this deterioration varies between receivers and is generally considered a function of time. The best assurance of having an accurate receiver is periodic calibration. Yearly intervals are recommended at which time an authorized repair facility should recalibrate the receiver to the manufacturer's specifications. Federal Aviation Regulation 14 CFR Section 91-171 provides for certain VOR equipment accuracy checks prior to flight under instrument flight rules. To comply with this requirement and to ensure satisfactory operation of the airborne system, the FAA has provided pilots with the following means of checking VOR receiver accuracy. So these are the ways you can check your VOR receiver accuracy. So the first way is VOT, or a radiated test signal from an appropriately rated radio repair station. So we just talked about the VOT. Certified airborne checkpoints and airways. Certified checkpoints on the airport surface. If an airborne checkpoint is not available, select an established VOR airway, select a prominent ground point, preferably more than 20 nautical miles from the VOR ground facility, and maneuver the aircraft directly over the point at a reasonably low altitude above terrain and obstructions. And now we're getting more in depth on that list. A radiated VOT from an appropriately rated radio repair station serves the same purpose as an FAA VOR signal, and the check is made in much the same manner as a VOT, with the following differences. The frequency normally approved by the Federal Communications Commission is 108 MHz. Repair stations are not permitted to radiate the VOR test signal continuously. Consequently, the owner or operator must make arrangements with the repair station to have the test signal transmitted. This service is not provided by all radio repair stations. The aircraft owner or operator must determine which repair station in the local area provides this service. A representative of the repair station must make an entry into the aircraft logbook or other permanent record certifying to the radio accuracy and the date of transmission. The owner, operator, or representative of the repair station may accomplish the necessary checks in the aircraft and make a logbook entry stating the results. It is necessary to verify which test radio is being transmitted and whether you should get a to or from indication. So that's all about the repair stations for a VOR, testing the VOR signals. Airborne and ground checkpoints consist of certified radials that should be received at specific points on the airport surface or over specific landmarks while airborne in the immediate vicinity of the airport. Should an error in excess of plus or minus 4 degrees be indicated through use of a ground check, or plus or minus 6 degrees using the airborne check instrument flight rules, flight must not be attempted without first correcting the source of the error. Caution: no correction other than the correction card figures supplied by the manufacturer should be applied in making these VOR receiver checks. Locations of airborne checkpoints, ground checkpoints, and VOTs are published in the chart supplement. If a dual system VOR, units independent of each other except for the antenna, is installed in the aircraft, one system may be checked against the other. Turn both systems to the same VOR ground facility and note the indicated bearing to that station. The maximum permissible variations between the two indicated bearings is 4 degrees. And that's going to do it for this video on 114 VOR receiver checks. Like I said, I'm just going down a list, and this list is not comprehensive. Once I finish through the list, I'll go back through and cover anything that I think should be covered. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. See ya!